Morning, ladies. Morning. Hello. Morning. Morning, Mr. Drummond. Morning, Mr. Balch. Morning, Mr. Fisher.
Morning.
Today's the day.
Is it?
Well, like that, is it? Yeah. You're kidding, aren't you? I mean, you're just joking, aren't you?
Well, no, it's a wet Monday, Harry.
Well, it's a Monday, all right, but it's not just any old Monday, is it? No. By gum, it's not. Today's the day I start up regular staff.
It isn't.
It is that. Thanks to you and Mr. Simister, I'm not with Job Creation Scheme anymore. From this morning, I'm on the regular staff of the Lancaster. It's given me a new insensitive in life, this job. It's brought back my sense of self-importance.
Oh, yes.
Roughshod over me.
Morning.
Oh, I told him all right.
Welcome, Harry.
But are you sure it's an ancient Patagonian symbol for impending doom, Mr. Simister? It could be 2 eggs and a reading lamp.
But I saw it with my own eyes, Jennifer. Only last week at my chiropodist in Reader's Digest. A symbol of impending doom of some magnitude. But why did I doodle it against the day? I say, Mr. Folliot isn't visiting us by any chance.
He's not scheduled, Mr. Simister.
And my wife hasn't rung at all.
Only to ask whether you'd got the car this morning or whether she'd lost it.
Oh, I wonder, perhaps I was just thinking of a normal Monday.
Well, as days go, today's perfectly normal, Mr. Simister. The only thing that's different is that Mr. Hutchins joins the permanent staff.
That's it! That's it! Oh,
Are you all right, Mr. Simister?
oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Hello. You've been telling him one of your jokes again, haven't you?
Do you realise what happens today, Mr. Fisher? Do you realise that Mr. Hutchins, I can't say it.
Becomes a member of the permanent staff.
Oh.
I do. And listen, I've been thinking about that on the way upstairs, and it needn't be so bad, you know. So listen to Charlie and look on the bright side.
Where? There isn't one.
Oh, yes, there is. They'll be none of that job creation scheme rubbish for a start. If you want a fella to operate your lift, Mr. Simister, you'll have to go to Job Creation Centre and all that, you know.
Yes, that's true. He'll have to perform all the relevant duties from now on.
You bet he will. Like humping parcels. What happens when those 2 British rail lads drop half a ton of stationery at the bottom of the stairs? Who has to carry it up? Go on, tell me, who has to carry it up?
Jennifer.
Correct. Jennifer. And it is playing havoc with her. It weakens her for the rest of the day.
My father says I've not got to carry any more heavy weights, Mr. Simister. He says it can be extremely harmful to young ladies.
You won't have to, Jennifer. Not anymore, I promise you.
Thank you, Mr. Simister.
Oh,
Arthur, it'll all come right.
I'm sorry if I seem to be unduly pessimistic, Mr. Fisher, but there are times when it seems that every man's hand is against us. Chief Office, Mr. Folliot, our own staff, the IRA.
Come on, Arthur. Nobody's going to waste a bomb on us. IRA?
I meant the Industrial Relations Act.
Oh. And here it is in person.
Oh.
Excuse me, Mr. Simmons. I wonder if you could just spare a moment, please. You don't have to go on my account, Mr. Fisher.
Oh, thank you very much, Harry. I'm most grateful.
Yes, I think I can sit down just for a minute, Hutchins. And if I can say it, welcome to the permanent staff of the Lancastrian Assurance Company.
That's what I came in to say, really. Just to say how grateful I were. Like I was telling Mr. Fisher, it's not easy to get a job with my background, you know. I mean, I know I've strayed from the straight and narrow once or twice, you know, with my wife having left me and there never been out much on telly.
Yes, we know all about that, Hutchins. So, if there's nothing else...
well, there's just one thing. I'm here.
Yes, I can see you're here.
Well, I thought you might like to note it down, like, that I've arrived.
Well, it shouldn't have been too difficult. I mean, you only live upstairs.
There can't have been much traffic, eh?
No, it was very quiet up way here.
Oh,
Thanks very much. Yes, that's not what I meant, really. I meant, I'm here. Hot job. I mean, and if you note it down, you can work out my attendance money at the end of the week.
Attendance money?
Well, it's all the go nowadays. You get so much a week for just turning up.
Not
like.
here, you don't.
Well, Ford fellas we're talking about.
We are not Ford fellows.
We are Lancastrian layabouts, Harry. That is not the same thing.
No attendance pay.
No attendance pay.
Well, how about altitude pay, then? It's an old fact that the higher up them steeplejacks and them go, the more money they get. I mean, my lift goes to the 6th floor. I mean, it's very, very... No altitude pay, no. What about my sleeping hours, then? I mean, you know, when I've finished my jobs and I've no else to do, can I have a kip? Like, I mean, that's well established in certain quarters.
Not in these quarters, it isn't.
What about goodwill pay?
There isn't any.
Pay?
Goodwill.
Oh, overtime?
No payment for overtime, though we are considering a scheme which will give you time off in lieu.
Oh, aye. And how can I do that, eh? How can I spend time at loo when I haven't got no key? Cleaner gets one, but not me. I have to use them public conveniences across the road, and that can be very, very precarious in cold weather. If I told you what had happened to me last cold snap...
Yes. You can have the key to the grade 3 toilet, and that is all.
It's not much, is it?
Free pee every time you go in.
No attendance money?
No.
No altitude pay? No sleeping hours? Well, what about, is there any room for negotiation?
Not the merest fraction of an inch. I will say it again, welcome to the permanent staff. I hope that our association will be long and fruitful.
Well, thank you very much in the same era, but before we begin our long and fruitful associationship, I'd like to just inform you that I consider myself in dispute with the management and shall be withdrawing my labour forthwith.
But you've only just started.
Ah, well, I've just finished.
Oh, but not forthwith, Harry. Very bad time is forthwith.
Oh, well, make it 1 o'clock then. I don't want to cause no trouble.
Congratulations, Mr. Hutchins, on joining the permanent staff. You'll be looking forward to your first proper working day.
Thanks, yeah. I'm on strike.
On strike?
Yeah, on strike. What do I do?
I told him, I said, you can grovel as much as you like, it won't make a blind bit of difference. Prostrate yourself, I said, see if I care. And you know what he said? He said, I would, but I've got my new jeans on. Honest, don't they just make you sick?
Oh, hello, Mr.
Oh, it's Mr. Hutchins.
Oh, yes, of course it is. Hello, Mr. Hutchins. Is my husband in?
And Charlie?
Well, strictly speaking, I'm not supposed to tell you like, but, well, since I know you both, yes, they are in.
You all right, love?
Yeah, well, I've just been on floor in pursuance of my picket duties.
Oh, very nice. What are you doing exactly?
Well, I'm stopping people coming in. Well, no, strictly speaking, I'm stopping them crossing my line. It's a different thing, you see, somehow.
No, I'm silly, but where is your line?
Oh, you can't see it. It's an imaginary line. It's like the equator, only it's not quite as long, you know. It's what they call a picket line.
Oh, I've heard about them. Hey, there's a lot of fighting involved, isn't there? And buses and that.
There's not a right lot of fighting, no, because I'm by myself. You don't get a right lot of buses down here.
But aren't we allowed in, then?
Well, strictly speaking, me being on strike...
Oh, you're on strike?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I thought it must be that. Oh, I am pleased. I'm always telling my husband how far behind the times he is. This will make him much more up to date, won't it? Well done.
Hey, is there anything we can do?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll let you through if you do us a favour. I can't get out cheap like I've been no relief. I wondered if you'd like to just nip out and get a couple of pies for me.
I can do better than that. Take Charlie's sandwiches.
Thanks.
It's not cricket, Sir Mister. I should have thought one would actually have to start work before one could go on strike. I would have thought that would have been fair enough, wouldn't you, Fisher?
Oh, yes, I would, Mr. Folliot. Oh, definitely.
He did work this morning.
Oh, well, what did he do?
He painted his placard.
It's not cricket, Sir Mister. Surely there's something we can do. You're a bright lad, Fisher. Haven't you got any ideas?
Well, I did have one idea, sir.
Huh?
Get him in a union. They can bash him. We can't.
That's true, yes. But how does one set about that?
Leave it to Charlie, sir. Is that the lift operators, caretakers, janitors and allied workers?
That is correct. Lockjaw speaking. Cyril Haskins, Assistant District Organiser at your service. To whom do you wish to converse at this moment of time? Ah, yes, the District Organiser is in attendance. Whom shall I say wishes to communicate? It's a well-wisher.
We ain't got any. Hello?
My name is immaterial. But as a frontline fighter in the never-ending conflict between the oppressed workers of the world and the running dogs of capitalism, it is my duty to tell you that one Harry Hutchins has today taken up employment as a caretaker at the Lancastrian Assurance offices in Bolton. He is not a member of a union and as such cannot properly play his part in the aforementioned never-ending conflict.
Thank you very much, Mr. Well-wisher. We'll take it from there.
I'm popping round the corner to the Lancastrian. Show a sinner the error of his ways.
I'll be waiting, my Vanwy.
I won't tell you again. Not my Vanwy, brother.
It's not easy calling you brother.
Then try harder, then.
That's brilliant. That's jolly good thinking, Fisher. That's the way to show these chaps they can't have their own way. Shove them in a union.
Excuse me, Mr. Sinister.
Yes, Jennifer.
The manager from the building society on the 4th floor has been on the telephone. He says there are 6 large parcels of stationery in the foyer and he'd like them brought up immediately.
I'll tell him he'll have to wait.
Oh, no, Sinister. He's our responsibility. He's our tenant. I want you to round up every able-bodied Lancaster man in the building and see to it. Oh, and while you're doing that, I'm going to ring my secretary. She tends to worry about me.
Jennifer?
You promised, Mr. Sinister.
Oh.
Hello, dear. Hope you don't mind us using your cardboard.
Oh, not at all.
Good. We're joining little Mr. Hutchins. He looks so lonely.
And hungry. I gave him your sandwiches. What do you think?
Not a lot.
I'm afraid the lift's not working, Mr. Sinister.
You see, it's not fair you working while this poor salt's trying to get a fair deal out of his bosses.
And failing. You are failing, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. He won't give me out, you see.
Oh, poor soul, bless him. And there's just the one of him, you know. He's the only one in his union.
Yes, we're just lending a helping hand.
I suppose you're in a union.
I think so. Well, one of the girls comes round every week and collects some money off us, but I used to think it was a Christmas club, but we never get anything back.
There you go, you see. Now it's up to you to support him.
Yes, and he's not asking much, are you?
No, not much.
No, you see, not much.
But how do we support him? I mean, what do we have to do?
Well, you just don't cross this line that goes across this floor.
But you can't see it, it's imaginary.
We don't have to stand here, do we? I mean, we can go home if we like.
Well, of course you can. Oh, the pictures. Most of the others have gone to the pictures.
That lovely old films on the Rialto. It's gone.
With the wind?
Yes, gone with the wind. That's it.
Right, come on, Sandra, we're out in sympathy. We'll ring his nibs up and tell him.
Right.
But there's one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Why couldn't he have told us all this on the way out? We needn't have rushed our shopping.
You're doing smashing fur of you.
I'm doing my lot to it.
Won't Charlie be proud
Yes,
of us?
so would
eh?
you mind not crossing the picket line, madam?
Oh, I like that. I like that very much.
Oh.
It's easy to see you've been on a picket line before.
We haven't. It's our first time.
Never. Your old hands. Haven't I seen you on the telly bashing that piece with your handbag?
Yeah, I don't think I'd have forgotten that. We're picking it up very fast, though.
You can say that again. You're very lucky to have these two brothers and you say Brother Hutchins. It's his Brother Hutchins, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I've got the one sister. She's
Bad enough a way to forget. But you won't forget me, my Vanry Morgan, Lockjaw.
You haven't got lockjaw, have you?
Round here I am, Lockjaw. Lift operators, caretakers, janitors and allied workers. District organiser. And you were the next one for organising. Where's the Lancastrian offices?
First floor.
Oh. Don't come up till I tell you. I don't think I'll be needing you again, brothers. On behalf of the cause, thank you very much for your help.
Thank you.
Hey, this lift don't work.
Switched it off in pursuance of my picket duties.
Oh, quite right, too. Well, switch it off again after you've taken me out.
This is a jolly nice cup of tea, Jennifer. That's the one thing my secretary can't do, make a decent cup of tea. Still, one can't have everything. Now, you know the drill, don't you? When these union johnnies arrive, don't let them know who I am. If they ask, say I'm an electrician or something.
Yes. I'd like to see the manager. Mavami Morgan, Caretakers Union.
Oh, yes, Miss Morgan. This way, please. Mr. Simister, this is,
Mavami Morgan, District Organiser Lockjaw. I believe that you are employing scab labour and don't try and deny it.
Won't you please come and sit down, Miss Morgan?
Excuse me, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Desmond Folliott, regional manager.
Oh, the godfather himself, eh?
Oh, that's very nice of you. Oh, I take it you've come about Hutchins.
How did you know that?
Yes. How did I know that?
You put two and two together, Mr. Folliott. Caretakers Union caretaker. It's brilliant.
Brain shattering. Right, well, now, I've just one question. Do you agree to me putting the benefits of membership to Mr. Hutchins? I mean, I'm putting no pressure on you whatsoever, but say no and I close every office building in Britain.
No objections at all, have we? No.
No.
Good. Well, let's get him up then.
Yes, Mr. Simister?
Oh, could you get Mr. Hutchins up here right away, Miss Paget?
Yes, certainly.
Do I take it then, Mrs.
Brother
Morgan? Brother Morgan? Do I take it that if Hutchins joins your union, you will call off the strike?
You most certainly can. We do not encourage our brothers to think for themselves. That's what we are paid for. Our brothers go on strike when we tell them.
That's right, you tell them.
Don't worry, when the time comes, I will. Now, I would like to see him by himself, if you don't mind. Sound him out. We don't take riffraff.
Riffraff? That lad has been taking care of other people's property for years. Well, up to now, though, he's been self-employed.
Did you want to see me?
Oh, Harry, do come in, Harry. Look, sit down there. Now, you listen to what Brother Morgan has to say, and then it'll be make your mind up time. And I've got a funny feeling that you are going to win.
I don't often do anything else.
I bet you do not. Gentlemen?
Perhaps you'd care to discuss our mutual problems over dinner one night, Miss... Brother.
Now, Brother Hutchins, first of all, I'm going to tell you what you are, in case you don't know.
Oh, thanks very much.
You, brother, are a priceless commodity.
Oh, thank you.
The priceless commodity, a British working man.
Aye, there's not many of us left, are there?
Not going spare, Brother Hutchins, not going spare. And those that are priceless. Everybody's after your bodies. Those men out there, take it from me, they're after your bodies.
Are they?
They're thirsting for it, men. So they can do with it what they will. The same applies to me, I have to admit. I'm after your body, too.
Oh, well, that's different.
Different, yes. Because I'm going to win. And I'm going to look after you. Tell me, brother, how do you fancy a life of slavery? Well, all they have to do is click their fingers and you run. They say, do this, do that, and that's what you do. This and that. And the other leg is not.
Well, I don't. Do I?
You certainly do not, brother. And that's why you have to join Lockjaw. So I can click my fingers. I can say, do this, do that, and you can go and work in. Or strike in, whatever happens to be the order of the day. Secure in the knowledge that millions of loving brothers are ready and waiting to march behind you into the jaws of hell.
Oh, you're right.
All you have to do is sign this paper.
Excuse me, Miss Morgan. Mr. Haskins on the phone for you.
Oh, thank you. Think about it. What is it, Brother Haskins?
I've been reading the rule book.
Oh, good for you. Better than Harold Robbins any day of the week.
And Rule 78, Section 2, Subsection D, Para 4 says, and I quote, no district with a membership in excess of 350 shall be organised by an official under the rank of Grade 2. And you're only Grade 3. And they won't make you up because you're a lady, brother. I remember you saying.
So?
So I've checked the membership and we're exactly 350. So if you take this Hutchins fella on, you get the push and I get Billy Betterley from Blackburn.
Say no more, good boy, yo.
I've been thinking it over and I've decided I would like to...
Now for the disadvantages.
Certainly, Mr. Grummet. Yes, we do realise some of your clerks have refused to cross the picket line. We'll get the parcels up as soon as possible. There are 7 large parcels to go up to the 6th floor.
Worry not. Any minute, one fully paid up native porter is going to walk through that door. What did I say? Harry, in the foyer, 7 parcels, Grummet, Grummet and Fulch.
I'm still on strike.
Still on strike?
Yeah, I'm not joining. Am I?
Not joining.
There are times one has to think about the individual.
Yeah, but he's not worth thinking about.
Who's talking about him?
Mr. Sinister, the parcels.
Grummet, Grummet
And Fulch.
Hey, am I glad I caught you? I'd no sooner put the phone down than they rang, so I better thought I'd come myself personal.
Oh, pull yourself together. Take a deep breath and spit it out.
Our membership just dropped by one. About 100 feet. One of our brothers just fell down his lift shaft.
Oh, there's lucky. Now I can take this one on. Oh, go on off it. And before you pick up that placard, Brother Hutchins, I've decided to reopen talks.
Before you pick up that parcel, Arthur, did you hear what she just called him? Brother Hutchins. Leave them where they are.
Nothing?
I can't hear anything, Mr. Sinister.
Stop worrying, Arthur. Everything's coming up roses.
That woman has been on the phone for half an hour. Anyone would think we were a branch of tetanus.
Lockjaw.
It's the same thing.
Here we go. We've lost, haven't we?
Yeah, I'm a fully fledged member of Lockjaw. I'm the Brother Morgan.
What a position to be in, eh? Well, it was a fair fight.
It's been a pleasure conducting negotiations with you. And if Brother Hutchins will apprise you of the ongoing situation.
What took you so long, Hutchins?
There's some parcels in the foyer, Harry.
She was telling me about one of our other brothers in another building what ordered a lift up to 18th floor and lift comes like and door opens and he steps in as it were, only it weren't. So all lifts operated by Lockjaw members have to be inspected forthwith.
Very sensible. The parcels, Harry.
And until they are, we're on strike.
As part of the Food and Wine Saturday over on Good Life Next, how to grow your own produce in Cook's Garden. Here on Plus Next, they say opposites attract, and they certainly are doing a sterling job in watching.